Hey, what's up? I was sitting there the other day thinking to myself, the people who watch me on YouTube really don't know me. I mean, a lot of you have seen videos where I'm hitting people with fruit, or I'm doing some kind of crazy challenge where I'm hurting myself or other people. But I thought it would be a good idea for us to get to know each other a little better. I am fairly normal. Fairly. I have a mom, a dad, and a younger brother. And when I was about 8 years old, my parents split up, and I decided to go with mom because obviously, you can get away with more when you go with mom. So I went with mom, and so did my brother. And we moved to this little town called Gustine in California. We moved there, went to high school in Gustine, and there was probably 400 people in my high school. I had a good time though. I loved high school. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of friends and got to know a lot of cool people and everything. So that aspect, it was cool to be in a small town. But pretty much everything else about being in a small town sucked. If you ask my parents to this day, they will tell you that they probably knew I was going to be doing something that involved entertaining people, because ever since I was just a little boy, I would do skits and I would talk to random people, strangers. I'm talking 3 years old and I'm talking to strangers, and my dad always says I would have these like full-on conversations with them, and he says I was always very articulate, which is interesting because I'm not very articulate now. In middle school, I felt kind of like I was trying to find myself, like figure out who I was and what I was about. And I mean, I went through so many different phases, as most young adults do. In high school, I felt a sense of grounding, like I kind of knew somewhat about who I was, as far as my personality at least. And I always liked to entertain, and I love attention. And I'm not sure if it's because I didn't get enough attention as a child, or I don't know. But I know for sure I love to entertain people, and if I can make somebody smile, whether it's one person or 500 people, if I can make somebody smile or laugh, it makes me happy. It warms my heart. I did plays, of course, growing up and stuff like that, but I didn't really get serious about entertainment or acting, anything like that, till about 2001. And I was approached by this girl, and I was asked to do this like bachelor auction thing, and I was doing some modeling back then, but it was nothing too serious. So they wanted to do a commercial for the bachelor auction, and I was just being goofy and being myself, and being sarcastic, and the guy who was directing the commercial was like, "Hey man, you ever done any acting?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been acting since I was like 3, duh. I've just never been in front of a camera." So he offered me this role that he had in a film that he was doing, and I took the role and I loved it, and he said I was a natural. So I thought that was a pretty good reason for me to continue pursuing my passion for acting. I've come a very long way since 2001, and I've got to do some really cool things that a lot of you might not even know about. I'm actually on 3 episodes of a national TV show that's on TV right now. I don't know about right this second, because I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's on right now. It's called I Almost Got Away With It, and it's on the Discovery Channel, or Discovery ID, I believe it's called. And I play a cop in those 3 episodes. I've already shot 2 episodes for the next season that's coming out, and I get to play a villain, a bad guy, in one of those episodes. And I thought that was pretty cool because, I don't want to get stereotyped, typecasted as a bad guy already. I mean, as a good guy already, or cop. It's too easy being a cop. Who wants to be a cop? But the show's pretty cool. They basically reenact real life crime situations where the criminals almost got away with it. Hence the name. but I'm very passionate about acting and entertaining in general. I don't care if I'm on a big screen or I'm in front of 5 people. If I can make somebody laugh or cry or put a smile on their face, I'm happy. Aside from putting out 3 YouTube videos a week, I'm actually a pretty busy guy. I own a bulk produce company, which I operate from home, and I basically sell yams and sweet potatoes across the United States, which is really cool. Mostly on the West Coast, which is, our area. And I'm a real estate agent, and I'm an on-air radio DJ, and I'm a YouTube partner, and I take YouTube very seriously. I joined YouTube in 2006, and just about maybe a year ago, I was asked to be a partner with my Bodacious channel. If you're curious why I chose that name, when I first started YouTube, I didn't want anyone to find me, so I spelled Bodacious as obscure as I possibly could. So that's why the spelling on that is so messed up. And it was after VidCon last year when I decided that I was going to be really serious about YouTube, and they told me that it'd be a good idea if I changed the name of my channel, if I just started a new channel now. And I'm glad I did, because my channel's grown, it's over double the amount of subscribers that I had, and it's only been, I've only had this new channel for a short period of time. I think less than 6 months. So thank you for that. If I can do what I love to do and make a living off it, maybe make a few people laugh along the way, I'm happy. Being able to make a living off YouTube is a goal that I now have, that I established maybe 6 months ago when I became extremely serious about doing YouTube. One of the things I really like about this goal is to prove to people that it doesn't matter where you live or where you're from or what you look like or what you do, you can make it. You could make your dreams come true. I'm a very goal-oriented person in general, which may come as a shock to a lot of you. I have daily goals, weekly goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. I'm kind of a goal freak. If you have any questions for me about anything that we've discussed, if you have any questions for me about anything that I've talked about a little bit, or you want to know more about, if you have any questions for me, whether you want to know more about something that I've talked about, or you have any new questions for me, even if they're jokes, I don't care, you know me, I'll answer them. Thanks again for all your support and for watching me. I really appreciate it. With all this being said, I do have some potentially good, bad news as well. As far as movie reviews go, I'm going to continue to do them, but I'm not going to be posting them as regularly as I do now. There's that articulation thing. As I do now. I love movies, and I love watching movies, and I love reviewing movies, but I do it because I love to do it. That's why I review movies. I can't compete with these movie reviewers out there that are putting out 3 reviews a week even before the movie comes out. Wow, that's amazing. And there's some really talented reviewers out there, and I don't know if you've noticed or not, but my reviews are more entertainment based. I try and make my reviews entertaining as well as giving you information about the movie at the same time. So I'm going to be cutting back on those a little bit because I want to be able to focus on my passion and share that with you guys as well. I'm going to be coming out with some really cool short films, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. As far as the epic challenges go, I wanted to throw that up, because it was a fun thing to do, and I really wanted to do it. And I want to say there's 9 episodes up or something like that, and wow, we have done some cool stuff. And crazy. I'll continue to do those, but they take a lot of time and a lot of effort. And some of them don't even have 1,000 views yet. And there's some good ones too. I think they're actually pretty good. So you should check those out. I'm gonna put the playlist right here, and you could watch some of the ones. Maybe there's some that you haven't seen yet and you want to check them out. But I'm not gonna do any more challenges until all of the challenges that I've already done are at least over 1,000 views. And that's only because they take so much time and effort, like really. So look forward to a lot more short films that are coming out. We actually have one coming out this Friday. It's called Corn Maze. It's a horror and it's really cool. I'm excited about it. Hopefully you guys are too. And let me know what you think about it. I'm curious. And if you guys ever want to Skype, communicate with me. I want to communicate with you guys more. So if you ever want to Skype, like hit me up because I want to learn more about you too. So I'm looking forward to that. I've only Skyped with like 4 or 5 people my whole life. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for supporting me and helping me to start to achieve my goal of making it on YouTube. I know I can make it on YouTube, and I'm definitely here to stay.